Hi there, it's Dr. Brian here, and I've got a few questions to ask. So, one of the interesting things is, how important is a decision? So, if you want to do something, obviously you need to make a decision, because the decision then puts thoughts in action that leads to actions and activities that then lead to a result. Excuse me. So if you are making a decision on incomplete information, then you cannot decide what are all your options. So if you only know of 3 things, but there are actually 5 or 8 things available, then you can't make the very best choices. So what I know from my experience is that there are many choices and many routes to whatever the end goal is that you want to achieve. There's a most efficient route and there may be a least efficient route, and you may still get there. And the advantage comparison might be you take the expressway, the motorway, the freeway, and it's fast and direct. We're assuming there's not a hold up. Or you take, a B-class road, a narrow road. It's pretty. It might be more scenic. You see new things you wouldn't see otherwise, but it could take longer. And there's the get lost route, where you think you know where you're going, but you don't, and you end up taking a wrong turning, and you might grossly increase the time of your journey, and it's no longer enjoyable because now the 3-hour drive takes 9 hours. And you still end up at your destination, but you just went way out of your way. So if we're looking at a health choice, and you there's a third option where you just look at a postcard of the destination and imagine that you're there, but you're not. You've stayed at home, but you've had an idea or a sensation, maybe a remembering of what it is that you wanted to experience. So when we look at your health, we're interested in a holistic, direct route that's going to give you a solid outcome along the way. So say you go and you only believe that the answer lies inside your medical doctor, your physician, your general practitioner, your MD in America. Doctor of medicine. And so they offer, from their choices that they are allowed to offer, and actually are in their expertise range, they will offer you usually some drug or medicine intervention. And that may create a sense of it's gone away without a sense of well-being necessarily. And so it feels like you've achieved your goal. So you could decide that is looking at the postcard or getting there very quickly on the motorway, because it's often quite a quick process. However, if you took, say, a course where the body heals itself, that could be like taking the B road, where you are not getting there as quickly, but you're actually having an experience along the way that lets you very much see that you're on the way, and you have new understandings and revelations during that journey to your health goal. And then when you arrive there, you're very clear that you've gone from where you started to where you want to be, and you've almost had an enjoyable journey along the way. The expressway often is boring, and it's not always pleasurable, and the food is routinely horrible when you stop on those expressway diners or, roadhouses as they call them. So you go via the B road and you stop in a small town and you discover they've got the best pies in the world, and the food is fresh and the people are just cheerful and happy, and you get on the way again and you don't really mind that you spent an hour meandering around a small village before you got in the car again. So when we take your body through a process where the body instructs us about what's most important, and we work on its own layers of need, which means that we're supplying what the body needs so it can build strength and get better in its own terms, and then use its accumulating resources to actually propel you. So there's a favourite route I have to drive to Melbourne, and you take the back route through small towns, and it's a beautiful countryside. You can travel at 100 versus 110, probably travel 110 if you don't get caught. And then eventually you have to join the expressway for the last sort of 200 kilometres of the journey. And by then you're kind of happy to just get onto it and get moving and arrive at the destination. And that's often the way that as the body gets stronger and stronger, your getting better gets faster, and it almost jumps over things that were problems because they kind of go away on their own as the body gets better at resolving itself and getting into alignment within its own resources. So, in 6 minutes, we've talked about a concept that you first of all have to make a decision, but you can only make the best decision if you have the best information. So if I was to give you an opportunity to understand better how the body works and how it all is stitched together, you would have the opportunity to make a decision based on the physiology of how the body actually works, and that will allow you to make a better decision. And you may really look forward to the B-road trip that might be not as direct, but may actually get you there feeling refreshed and inspired and like you've really made a change for the better in the long term. Below, you'll find some links to a Decode Your Body page that will actually help you understand more about your body and how you can help it through daily activities and how you can learn about how your body works so you can make the best choices for you. Okay? I'll see you on the other side in the information. All the best.